Good morning, this is Sage live from 𝐊𝐿𝐼𝐼 studio and you're watching the Early Trades, a show where we'll share with you a glimpse of the Australian share market's opening trading scenario, along with the global and domestic drivers triggering the market's momentum. And in our first segment of the show today, we'll look at how the early morning trades panned out, taking cues from the Wall Street's action overnight. And then in the last segment, we'll look at the prominent newsmakers grabbing the headlines during the early trading hours, as well as the movement seen in the cryptocurrency, crude oil, gold and the metals indices. And the Australian share market is open at a lower state today after the US and European equities witnessed their worst one-day rout in 3 weeks. And on Wednesday, an uncertain economic recovery is to be found. The domestic benchmark index, ASX 200, opened the day 0.85% lower to 7,448.40 after falling 0.25% to 7,512 points in the previous session. And Monadelphous Group, Nine Entertainment and South32 are a few companies going ex-dividend on Thursday. And meanwhile, on Wall Street, the Dow Jones fell 0.25% and the S&P 500 dropped 0.15%. And the Nasdaq tumbled 0.65%. Concerns are growing over the economic impact of the rising coronavirus infections due to the Delta variant. And according to the experts, the markets are still assessing last week's data that revealed the US economy created its fewest jobs in 7 months during August. On Wednesday, the New York Fed Bank president said the central bank's decision on tapering was not indicative of timing for lifting rates. A Fed report on Wednesday showed the US economy downshifted slightly last month over the rising coronavirus cases. And it's time for a short break, but please stay tuned. I'll be back with the last segment.
Hi there, James Preston for 𝐊𝐼𝐼 TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. 𝐊𝐼𝐼's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to 𝐊𝐼𝐼 TV.
Welcome back, Sage here, and you're watching the Early Trades by 𝐊𝐼𝐼 TV. Moving on now to the last segment of the show, let's quickly look at some of the prominent ASX shares under the spotlight during the early morning trades. And the first company on our list is Pinnacle Investment Management Group, a financial services company. Pinnacle has acquired another 10% stake in Coolabah Capital Partners, now totalling to a 35% interest. The investment management firm has also acquired Winston Capital Partners. And also making the news this morning, Gold Road Resources, the mid-tier Australian gold producer, posted a revenue of 130 million Australian dollars in the first half of financial year 21, down from 135 million Australian dollars recorded during the same period in the financial year 2020. And sales of just over 60,000 ounces of gold led to a near 20% fall in net profit. The company announced a fully franked dividend of 50 cents per share. And moving on to the next company on our list, Western Mines Group. The mineral exploration company has completed a reverse circulation program which targets an extensive trend of historical high-grade gold workings. The company is encouraged by the results of the drilling with a number of positive indicators. And another mineral explorer making the news, Resolution Minerals Limited's application to participate in the Junior Minerals Exploration Incentive Scheme has been accepted, and it has received an allocation of up to 1.25 million Australian dollars, which can be distributed to eligible shareholders. And meanwhile, the healthcare and pharmaceuticals company Epsilon Healthcare Limited has partnered with the Valens company, under which Valens would grant Epsilon a licence to use Valens intellectual property. And now let's take a look at the bond yields. The yield on the 10-year Treasury notes was down 3.9 basis points to 1.333%. And in the currency space, the dollar gave away gains as the Treasury yields dipped after a Federal Reserve official offered a dovish economic outlook. And the dollar index gained 0.14% to 92.66. And let's move on now to the crude oil. And the prices rebounded after the US producers in the Gulf of Mexico made slow progress in restoring outputs after Hurricane Ida. And the Brent ended up 1.3% at 72 US dollars 60 cents a barrel, and the US West Texas Intermediate WTI crude settled 1.4% higher at 69 US dollars 30 cents a barrel. And the energy stocks such as Woodside Petroleum was in this morning trading lower, whereas Santos edged lower as well during the early trade. And moving on now, let's take a look at the futures and commodities. And the gold prices fell to a 2-week low on deepening concerns about the global economic growth, and spot gold was down 0.1% at $1,792 US dollars 27 cents per ounce. That was current at 1:49 p.m. EDT, and having dropped to $1,781 US dollars and 30 cents. And the ASX listed gold stocks such as Northern Star Resources Limited was seen in the red during the early trade, whereas Newcrest Mining was also trading lower during the opening trade on Thursday. Let's now take a look at the developments in the metal space. And the Dalian's January iron ore DCIO CV1 edged up 0.1% to 747 yuan, or in US terms $115.59 a tonne. As a 3-month aluminium on the London Metal Exchange climbed 1.5% to $2,799.50, and that's US a tonne, and that was current at 410 GMT. Whereas the LME copper fell 1% to $9,260 US dollars a tonne. And onto the cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin extended the previous day's rout and was down 1.6%, and shares of Coinbase Global fell over 3% after the firm revealed it has received a legal notice from the top US marketers regulator. And thanks for joining us in the report. That's all for now. Please stay tuned for more live expert talks and market updates through the day. This is Sage signing off.